Happy Wednesday morning, everybody. I hope everybody is feeling fantastic and is doing well with the current state we're in, especially in Victoria. One of the things I've been aware of, because the shop is open. Excuse me. One of the things I've been aware of, and even Beryl's been aware of, is people love drama and people also love going into the negative, and they love gossip, and they love that churn of stuff. Yeah, so what we're finding is people that were starting to become positive and starting to think positive and starting to get themselves in a better space, listening and going too much into the news, listening and checking their phones all the time, listening to the news all the time, on the TV, on their radios, all the time. So as media, as you know, media loves to hype things up, and they love to keep you in a fear space so they can keep you in a more controlled environment. Look, the virus is real. The virus is making people very unwell. It's, if you get it, your body's either going to just work through it nice and smoothly, or you're actually going to get very sick. Everybody's body's different, and your system's going to respond differently to it as well. Yet the reality of it is also is if you are going around stressing, and you're going around really worried about things, and you're going around scared of catching it and all of that, like be sensible, and be doing your distancing, and if you feel like you need to wear a mask, cleanse your hands, all that kind of stuff. It's very important, but there's also the reality that if you're going around living in fear, you're going to be lowering your vibrations. And when you lower your vibrations, you're lowering yourself into a lower form of energies. And when you lower yourself into a lower form of energies, that can create sickness without even having the COVID. Yeah, that's when you start getting depressed. That's when you start getting sad. That's when you start getting, you feel crap about yourself, all that kind of stuff. So I'm really inviting you that at this moment, this is like a perfect opportunity to really get your thinking correct. So to really work on how you think about yourself, how you think about the day-to-day circumstances that is happening around you. Because the reality of it is you can't change the outside world. You can't make it differently in any way. You can't change people. You can't change the world in the way of what's going on. This virus is here. We have to adjust to it. I see it as a little bit like daylight savings, that when you change your clocks over, you can be the person that just looks at the time and go, right, that's the time, and that's what you go with. Or you can be the person that looks at the clock and goes, oh, but it's actually like only 6 o'clock. Oh, it's actually 9 o'clock. Because it screws up with your head. So I invite you to pop a big bubble on. I invite you to get your vibrations high. Go for a walk each day. Work out a way to look after you. Do some breath work. Even if you sit for 5 minutes in a quiet space and actually do some breath work, it makes an amazing difference to your whole system. And everybody, keep safe. I know people are doing it really tough at the moment. If it's any consideration, hey Grace, if it's any consideration, everybody's actually affected by this. There is no one that is getting left out of the aftermath or the circumstances. Nobody's getting left out with it. Businesses, families, schools, everybody's being affected by this in some way. Yet you still get to choose and to control how you're feeling within yourself. So bubble up. Put a smile on your face. Let yourself know that you're going to have an amazing day, better than the day you did before. Raise your vibrations up to a higher vibrational level instead of going down. So I would like to start now with some emails. Let's have a look. Okay, so we have one for Purnima, from Purnima. Hi Julie, I feel like my brother is in depression. Please show us direction which will help him to come out of it. Love, Purnima. Purnima, when it comes to depression, depression is a very real thing. Telling somebody just to get over it and move on doesn't work. what I found, because I suffered through depression many years ago. I haven't had depression now for maybe, how's my youngest? Um, for probably about 15 years. I've worked very hard to work out my crap and to work out what was actually affecting me and what was actually causing issues with me. Depression is basically your brain. So your brain is saying, I can't cope. Your brain is basically saying, this is too much, I can't cope. So this can be from circumstances that are happening now, or it can be from circumstances that have happened throughout childhood and, adulthood and when you were younger and stuff. So wherever it decides to lay in the brain of whatever the stress is or the overwhelm or the too muchness in the brain, this brain takes it on as like, I can't cope. I don't have the tools. I don't feel supported. I don't feel loved. I don't feel good enough. I don't feel worth it. Everything's too much. I can't do it. All that kind of stuff gets stuck in the brain because the brain's thinking it's too much. So then what happens is anytime there's a situation where the brain can't cope, it goes into a depression state. Okay, some people stay in the depression state. Some people can move in and out of that depression state. Some people really need to actually be on medication. I was on medication for 8.5 years. They say, and I've experienced this, that for every year you are on an antidepressant tablet, it can take 2.5 months for your body to detox from that tablet that you've taken. So I took a long time to detox because I was on antidepressants for 8.5 years. So I fully understand the depression state. I fully understand what it's involved to actually come out of the depression state and what you actually have to go through. So antidepressants numbs the brain so this brain can understand and to cope. Now, some people need that for sure. I needed that to be able to cope with my life. I've had a very challenging childhood that was full of abuse, and I've had a very challenging teenagehood as well. It was also full of abuse. So I had to learn, well, my brain was basically, this is too much. So when you're coming off antidepressants, you actually have to learn how to feel. So because you didn't get to learn how to feel back then, whenever the situation was, when you're coming off antidepressants, you have to learn how to feel again. So that means you have to learn how to feel sadness, you have to learn how to feel grief, you have to learn how to feel unhappy, you have to learn how to feel negativity and worry and depression and you've got to learn how and understand what your emotions are and how they respond in your body and what's going on for you. And sometimes to feel sadness and to sometimes to learn how to feel hurt and pain and rejection and fear, it's really challenging and it's really confronting. And tablets, like antidepressant tablets, stop you from having to feel those emotions so deeply in your system. Yet when you're learning to come off them, you do need the support to come off them. You need a very good support network around you as well, because learning to feel is actually quite tricky, especially when you've had a very challenging childhood. Yet when somebody's in a depression state, you can only help them if they will let you. If they are not willing to let you, or they don't want the help, you can't help them. There is nothing you can do that will actually help them except for be there and support them. If you're saying things like get over it, get up and go for a walk, do this and that'll help, you can hear when you're in a depressed state, you can hear this 50 million times over from 150 million different people. But until you're physically, mentally, emotionally ready to go through that journey, you will not hear people. All you can do for somebody that is depressed is to be there with them, listen to them if they're willing to talk, because some people, especially depressed people, find it very challenging to talk and actually express themselves because they haven't learned the tools on how to express themselves and how to hold themselves. So Purnima, for your brother, it feels like to me that it's a space that he's going through. It doesn't feel like it's he's down a deep hole. I know at the moment there's a lot of people that are going through depression and really struggling with the current situation, especially with the fact that they can't get out of the house or they can't do what they normally would do. Yet it's also a wonderful opportunity, this COVID-19, is to actually work out the shit that you're avoiding. Okay, so if you avoid being at home, if you avoid being by yourself, what's going on for you with that? Because I'm finding that with through people and customers and clients and stuff, with working through people, is the stuff that they're normally avoiding and don't want to deal with, it's being shoved in your face, and it's being shoved in your face for a reason. So, and you can still choose what you do. You know, you can still choose what you choose to do with your stuff coming up for you. But Purnima, just be with him, just be there, listen to him, hold him. I know you've been sending him Reiki, beautiful distant healing Reiki. Just, you know, remember that when you send it, you know, that he receives it with ease and grace when he's ready. Just keep doing that and let him know that you're there for him. Let him know that if he needs to talk at all, that you're just going to be an ear and listen to him. But anyone with a depression, it is the fact that this brain can't cope. This brain doesn't have the tools in order to make you feel better, and you're avoiding some kind of emotional somewhere. So I hope that helps, Purnima. Grace. Morning, hi. Morning. What's wrong with me, my body? I keep getting sick, not COVID, at least I hope. What's going on with your body? Grace, when I'm tuning into your body, it feels like something you're eating or something you're doing is not helping your body. Um, you know, people can be going to, because we do allergies and things in the shop as well. That's David's department. But basically, he can put what you're allergic to on your body, and your body will respond that you're either you're allergic to it or not. Your body becomes weaker if you're allergic to it. And some people go, well, I only use natural products. Well, unfortunately, even some natural products can cause an issue in your body. And it just feels like to me that your body's got some kind of an allergic-y, reaction-y thing of something that you're taking. Is either taking or eating or drinking. And it feels like it's really putting stress on your system, Grace. Um, um, It also feels like too that you like when I tune into your back, like they're showing me your back and your lower back, your lower spine. It's like there's something that's emotionally locked in that space, and because there's something emotionally locked in that space, that's actually like being toxic in your body. I hope that helps. If you want some more information or on the allergies, or you want to actually get your body tested, reach out. But it just feels like you've got energies that are trapped in your spine, and when you've got energies trapped in your spine, it does affect the rest of your body. But it also feels like a food allergy or something that you're taking or something like that that's causing an issue. So I hope that helps, Grace. Um, they're saying like stretching your back a little bit too will actually help. Or either you're stretching and it's actually causing issues as well. I'm not sure how you're stretching or doing exercising, or start to stretch. But there's something around stretching that will help. Alana, what is the best way to charge up our good energy? Oh, I love that question. So we've got different levels of vibrations in our system. What I find is getting to about 250, 300, like vibrational level in my body. So like if I see myself as a vibrational of say 0 to 10, anything under 5 is like you're a bit lower, you feel a little bit more crap. You know, you're sad, you're depressed, you're unhappy, things are really challenging. So if you're under 5, and I tune into myself and go, okay, what's my number that I'm actually vibrating at the moment? And I'm like at a 6 at the moment. I've got a bubble around me, but I'm at a 6 at the moment. So I tend to make sure that I'm actually going up to like about like 5, 6, so like in the middle range. If I'm teaching, so if I'm teaching Reiki, or if I'm actually going into like a full healing session, I tend to lift my vibrations up to like a 7 and 8. And you actually feel like your energy is lifting. So I tend to breathe my energies up. So before I go into teaching and stuff like that, I'll actually stand there and actually breathe my energies up. So I'm still grounded into the earth. So I'm making sure that I'm grounded, again, connected to the universe, but I'm actually breathing my energies up to a higher state. And what you can do is when you wake up first thing in the morning, just close your eyes and say, okay, where's my vibration at out of 10? And your body or your brain, or you'll hear it, you'll feel it, and you'll get like a 4 or a 7 or whatever. If you're at a 7, I guarantee you won't be you won't be needing to lift your energies because you'll be feeling pretty good. But anything sort of under 5, I tend to breathe up into that space, into sort of like a 5 or a 6. Seems to be a happy medium for me. As I said, a little bit higher when I'm going into teaching. Let me know if that helps, Alana, because that makes a big difference. And the more you play with it, the more you'll be aware of when it's like lower. Sarah, hi, wondering about job opportunities, please. Oh, they're saying one's coming. Sarah, it feels like there's job opportunities around, but you don't want to do them, which, that's totally fine. Not everybody wants to do everything. I wouldn't want to clean toilets for a living. But Sarah, they're saying there's a job opportunity coming. They're saying being patient. I know that it feels like there's a lot of frustration around this space, but they're saying be patient because you're needing a little bit of downtime, you're needing a little bit of slow downtime. So it feels like once you embrace that slow downtimeness, it feels like there's the opportunity that's going to come. It doesn't feel like it's very far away, like within sort of the next couple of months. It just feels like it's just going to fall into your lap and you're going to be quite happy. Uh, I'm not sure how long you will be in that one, but it feels like it's going to be a stepping stone to something else. So I'm not sure what that's to do, but it feels like it's a stepping stone to something else. But yeah, allow yourself to enjoy the downtime because that's going to change something. Alana, can you let me know if that's actually helped you lifting your energies up? Have a bit of a play with it. Let me know if that'll actually help you. Um, Fiona, I've been out of work for 4 months. Oh, I'm really sorry, babe. And worried I won't be able to keep my mortgage payments up. That's fair enough. Yeah, I can totally understand the stress behind that. Will I get certain work or will I lose my house? Um, I don't see you losing your house. Have you contacted the banks, that kind of stuff? Um, and actually had a chat with them about it. I mean, I know banks at the moment are being very, very helpful. I don't see you losing your house. Work-wise, work-wise, when I tune into people's work, it's just so all over the joint at the moment because everybody's in like a holding space because they don't know where they're at. Like they don't know how their business is going to go. I mean, I know that we had apprenticeships lined up for my son. He wants to be a builder, and he's in trade school. We had a few apprenticeships lined up for him, and they've had to cancel because of COVID. We even had work placement lined up for him, but we had to cancel that because of the COVID thing. So people are just really unsure, especially with this second wave. People are really unsure about how things are going. Work-wise, I don't see you having an issue getting work once work's up and going again, if that makes sense. I don't see you having an issue actually achieving work. It's just at the moment, this is just a very down space, and people are all over the joint. I understand the stress. I can so understand the stress for you, and I can understand the stress that your system would be going through. You've just got to hold on, babe. But I don't see you losing your house, but you've just got to hold on. But Fiona, I really invite you to be moving the energy and the stress and the worry, because when that's staying in your system as well, that lowers your energy as well, and it also makes you sick. So I would actually suggest like put a piece of music on, have a dance, even if it's like I don't know, like AC/DC or something, and you're like, getting all the anger out. Or I actually invite you to like lay on a bed and have a full on tantrum, like have a full on pissed off, F you world, F the system, this is shit, and have a full on tantrum. Because while you've got the worry in your system, that can actually make your body feel unwell. And when everything's up and going again, you don't want to be unwell and not be able to work, yeah? So really allow that to move through your system. I hope that helps. Yeah, Grace, let me know if you're needing allergies, if you want to check your body out. We can actually, I mean, it's an appointment with David, but David can actually check your body to see if it's actually a food related thing. But I feel like it's a bit of both. I feel like it's something, as I said, that you're taking or doing, or sort of digesting, but it also feels like there's emotional shit there. So I hope that helps. Desiree. Oh, Alana, thank you. Yeah, please give that a go. It makes a massive difference. And I cannot express enough. You must be bubbling. You must work out a way to put a really big bubble around you. Make it big, make it strong. As I said, gold's a fantastic color, but you must be bubbling, but actually breathing your energies up. It's like getting your hertz at a different vibration. Like, you know, like you turn up the stereo, the louder you turn your stereo up, the more energy is going into that. It's the same thing. Turn your energies up, more energy will go into it. Desiree, why is my divorce taking so long to get approved? Is there something blocking it spiritually? I know the court system's all over the joint. um When, Desiree, can you just type in for me how long has it been? Because it feels like to me, um, it feels like paperwork has gone missing or put in a wrong place or not been filed correctly or something. I know there's something around that which is like stopping it getting done. I don't know, is there a number you can call and follow up on it? Because it feels like there's paperwork or there's um, information that's not right or something's gone amiss. Um, is there something blocking it spiritually? They're saying no. They're saying it's like human error somewhere along. So maybe give them a call and actually see what's going on with them. I'm not sure who you call. I know my divorce from my ex-husband came through quite quickly, which I was very happy about, so I can understand why you're wanting it. But yeah, it's like human error. So just maybe see if you can give a call and find out what's going on with that. Um, but yeah, they're saying no. They're saying no to spiritually blocking it. Um, I can't see anything. Um, I can't see anything causing an issue with that. They're just saying it's human error. If you're wanting to make yourself feel better, I would actually make sure you got the lemon. I have done the lemon write up information, but I can pop it in again. And you just pop the pin in to anything blocking it spiritually. But I don't see anything blocking it spiritually. It just feels like it's more human error. Um, Sarah, thank you so much. That makes sense. Oh, I'm glad. Thank you. You're fantastic. Nat, massive question. I love massive questions. Massive question. I feel so glowy today. I'm using a different moisturizer. Um, massive question. Do my children want to see me or connect with me? Do my children want to see me or connect with me, but feel restricted to their father? I feel like there's a couple of levels to that. I feel like there's a lot of pulling between father mother side of things. Um, it feels to me that the children want to connect, yet it's like they're just not sure how to or what to believe. It feels like there's lots of stories going around and there's lots of things being said. Um, do my children want to connect with me? Do my children want to see me? I believe your children want to connect with you. I also feel like they're a little bit unsure about seeing you because of the stories and the stuff that's happening around with the father. Um, Divorce and separation and two homes and all that kind of stuff is so challenging on the children, especially when the parents are not seeing eye to eye, and children tend to go with where they feel the safest, or where they feel like they're going to be supported the most. Or it's actually they go with where they've got the most fear. So sometimes they can actually settle with a parent that they've got the most fear of because they're actually fearing it but not realizing that they're fearing it. Nat, I understand the space you're in. I come from separated and I've got two children to my ex-husband, and my current husband's got three children to his, but we had five, under five, full-time custody of all of them. And we've gone through all of that tricky situation over the years. Looking down the track, like looking down further when the kids are older, like over 18, and they're um, doing better and having their own choices, I feel like you're going to have a better relationship with them then. I know it's so hard to hear sometimes and hard to understand, yet sometimes when there is divorce and there is separation, sometimes the separation needs to be done and people need not to see each other for a while, because that's the contract of the children as well. And it's like that's what's needed to be happening, and then afterwards it's like your turn to have the relationship with them. I hope that makes sense. But I do feel I want to connect with you. I'm not sure about seeing you, because I don't think they're allowed to or unable to, but I do feel like there's a lot of stories that have gone in between with the father and you and all that bullshit. I wish you massive luck. I'll send some angels to the situation. Stay positive, because it just feels like when they get a certain age, I feel like that's when it's your turn to step in and actually be the person that they need to be to grow and learn. I hope that helps, Nat. Alana, would you be able to let me know about the answer to last week's question about getting stuck trying to learn tarot? Yes, I'm so sorry about last week. I was here happy talking to myself, not realizing that the Facebook had all screwed up. So I apologize about that. We were swapping over from like normal internet to NBN, so there's a little bit of a fart happening there. So yes, I would love to help you with that question. So, when trying to learn tarot is an amazing modality to communicate and get information. I've known, and I do know, amazing tarot readers. Tarot's not my choice for me, though I do get readings from tarot people, and they're fantastic. Though when it comes to learning tarot, what they're showing me, Alana, is if you go back past lives, back when tarot was first around and first created, it feels like there was a an issue for you with tarot in that time. Some people get drawn to tarot in this lifetime because that's what they did in the last time, and that's that connection. It's like some people get drawn to runes. Like said, people see runes and they're like, oh, I don't know what it is, but then it just clicks to them. Angel and Oracle cards are a lighter way of the universe interacting with more people on the world, because there's a lot of people that find tarot very dark, and there's a lot of people that find tarot too much. I find there's just too much information in tarot, in the way of, if this card looks this way and then if it's with this one it means a different meaning, but if you turn it up this way it means a different meaning, and it's too much for me, whereas it's easier for me to just to talk to the other side and let me, like I'm doing now, and they give me the information. It feels like to me that learning oracle cards would support your system a little bit better, because it feels like there's a little bit of past life trauma from lifetimes ago around tarot that's affecting you in this lifetime. So there's a couple of ways you can fix that up. You can do a past life regression. I love doing past life regressions. Oh my God, the changes it makes in people is fantastic in this lifetime. We go in and we work out what's you're there to learn or what you didn't get to learn, and we can actually look into that space. Alana, we can also energetically clear that up as well, but it feels like your system goes into a bit of trauma when you're trying to learn tarot and it's not working for you. The other thing is too, is whenever your card decks, whether you're using tarot, whether you're using angel cards, whatever card deck you're using, make sure that somebody's actually gifted you the cards. When I say gifted you the cards, I'm not talking about they've actually gone to the shop and brought a deck and given it to you. Even if they do, fantastic, well done. But I'm talking about even if you brought your own deck, actually handing it to somebody and allowing them to gift it to you. That helps unlock the decks for you, because sometimes when you're playing with a deck and it doesn't talk to you, quite often it's because the deck's not unlocked and it's not wanting to talk to you. But Alana, I feel like it's a little bit more than that. I feel like it's a past life thing, where you actually had a trauma somewhere in your system in a past life in relation to tarot, and it feels like that's what's playing out now. So it's, to me, it feels like your system's wanting to clear that and wanting to work through that and release it, and it's doing it through being frustrated about tarot. But as I said, you can do it energetically and clear that up. You can do a past life and clear that up. Happy to help you whichever way you feel pulled to. Robin, I have lost my home. Will I own another one in the future, or will or where will I be living? I'm so sorry to hear that you've lost your home. That brings out so much uncertainty, and it can bring up so many emotions. I'm just so sorry to hear that you've lost your home. Will you own another home in your future? They're going, of course you will. You know you can bloody get there and do that again. This is just a little bit of a setback. I know it's a big setback, but it's just a little bit of a setback. You know you've got this, babe. That's not an issue. Of course you're going to own another one. It feels like you're going to get that drive, and it's just going to come so smooth and so easy for you. Where will I be living? Oh, that's really interesting. They're actually saying, where do you want to live? They're saying choose where you want to live. It feels like there's been times where you've had to live in places where you don't really want to have to live. So they're saying to choose where you want to live, because when you choose and you make the decision instead of actually allowing life to push you around and you actually make the decision, that's when things are going to make sense and actually start flowing better for you. But yeah, babe, you'll own another house. You've got this. Fiona, yes, I did. You'll have to watch the replay. I got distracted. Understandable. Yeah, you'll have to watch the replay, babe, but I did actually reply to your question, Fiona. Um, Alana, oh my gosh, thank you. You're welcome, babe. So I'm going to Sarah, and then I'm aware of time. Hi, Julie. I really enjoy listening to you on a Wednesday. Thank you. I was actually saying this morning to David, to my husband. I'm like, I want to know that people are enjoying these. So, because I'm human too, I have my moments. So Sarah, I really want to let you know that I'm really receiving that thank you and actually letting me know. I'm also saying thank you to the universe for actually bringing you along and answering my question. So thank you. I have constant issues in my lower back on the right side. I have had scans and seen physiotherapists, chiropractors, osteopaths, and no one seems to have an answer. Is there something energetically that I am missing? Energetically. Okay. When it comes to lower back stuff, a lot of the times it's because we don't know how to support ourselves, or we're going through stuff and we're not sure how to hold ourselves and support ourselves. I feel like even though it's on the right side, I feel like this is actually a left side thing, Sarah, and it comes down to a more an energetic thing, yes, but it comes down to more of the supporting of the masculine and female energies. So it feels like in your system, it feels like the masculine and the feminine energies are not balanced, and they don't know how to communicate and support each other in a balanced way. It feels like they're fighting each other. And it feels like more it's the left side of your body, which is your feminine side, that is feeling unsure and feeling, they're saying discontent. So there's something there that you're not happy with or you're not happy about. And because of that, the right side is pulling to try to help. But the right side, the masculine side within you, this is the energies within you. We've all got masculine and feminine sides. It feels like the right side is pulling and the left side's getting pissed off because the right side doesn't know how to support the left. I hope that makes sense, Sarah. More than happy to help you out with that. We've got David that works in the shop that actually works through emotional stuff that's actually in the body as well. He tends to be able to work through those issues that most people can't get. I know he's massively booked out at the moment because of the COVID thing. We've had to shut down all that kind of stuff. But that might be something to pop in your mind. But if you're wanting help with talking to the masculine and feminine and actually seeing what's going on in your body to get the energetic side of it right and your body talking emotionally right, more than happy to help. But it just feels like your left and right side is actually sort of pissed off with each other. It feels like too that this has happened for a reason too, Sarah, because you've learnt a lot through going and seeing physiotherapists and chiropractors and osteopaths and all that kind of stuff. It feels like you've learnt a lot as well. So everything serves a purpose as well, but it's just time for the female and masculine energies to start talking better to each other. I hope that helps. Alana, oh my gosh, thank you. You're welcome. Nat, bless you, beautiful lady. Oh, thank you, babe. So true what you said. It's been 12 months since seeing my children. Brainwashed my children massively. They're 13 and 17. Oh, babe, my heart goes out to you. absolutely massively goes out to you, because I know I've been through this. I'm so grateful that my children want to see me, but my boys don't want to have anything to do with their dad. And it even breaks my heart that he's actually going, like, as in my ex and their dad is going through so much heartbreak as well, even though he's created this space. But my heart goes out to him. Anyone that actually their children are going through that space and don't know what to believe, or what to do. So my heart goes out to you. You've made my day, and now crying cause what you said only confirmed my suspicion, sadly. Oh, babe, cry. Oh my God, cry those tears. Be snotty. Be pissed off. Be upset. Cry, cry, cry. Yeah, it's a shit space, especially when you do so much for your children and you love them so bloody much. For them to turn around and to not want anything to do with you, but it just feels like it's not them. They're just doing what they need to do to survive. As I said, it just feels like it's not your time to be with your children. Just give it time, and there will be a time where it'll be your time to be with your children. She also says, but I feel relieved that they do want to connect, but they're out of fear totally, due to the fact that he has massive aggression and control issues and behavior, loves and hugs. Yeah, as I said, sometimes the children go with what they fear, because fear is a bigger driving emotion, unfortunately, and they're going to go with what supports them the best, or what they fear the most. It'll be fine, babe. Just cry, scream, kick, smash stuff. Not anything that you love. Go to the op shop, spend $5, get some glasses, and smash them into the bin. It's like so satisfying. Get a baseball bat and smash stuff up. Don't hurt yourself or anybody else. But yeah, it'll be your time to be their mum soon. When they're at an age where they can support themselves. Fiona, thank you. You're welcome. Robin, thank you. You're welcome. Isabella, yes, thank you. You're welcome. Alana, yes, I love these Facebook connections with you. You're amazing, guided, educational, healing. Oh, thank you, beautiful lady. Yeah, sometimes I'm human and I go through these like, why the fuck am I doing this? And nobody's gonna want to watch me, and I don't know why I'm doing it. So I really appreciate and hearing that people are enjoying it. I love what I do. I am so fucking grateful and blessed with my abilities. They've taken a long time to develop and refine. And I know I work very differently to most psychic mediums. I'm not the standard 1-800 or 1-300, does my boyfriend still love me kind of stuff. I know I'm not that. I'm so much more than that. And to actually be able to stepping into my power to help people with this is a big thing for me. Also to be shown out like this is a big thing for me. So I really appreciate it, and I deeply, deeply am very gratitude that you're letting me know that you're loving them. Nat, I'm sorry, but I have one more question. Yes, you guys lost me last week, so I'm happy to give you a little bit. Nat, I'm really sorry. I have one more question. Will the court order re children be rectified legally before Christmas? Need as much guidance as possible, earthly and spiritually. Will I get the legal support required to achieve the change required? You're amazing. Thanks. I feel like you're going to have to work a little bit to get the legal support required to get this. I'm not. It's the thing. It's like I can't work out if the orders will be changed before Christmas, and that'll be, or they won't be changed. But to me, it feels like more like things are going to change. Yet whether he honours it or not is a different question. I've heard many people, and I get many people sitting in my chair, that they have court orders of what the parents are supposed to be doing, and the parents don't actually do it at all, and you still don't get to see the children. And because the reality of it is, even if you've got court orders there, if one parent wants to be a pain, they're going to be a pain, and it's going to work out that either way. So I can't work out if it is going to change, but he's not going to listen to them. But I do feel like you're going to need to push a little bit for the legal support. Hope that helps. Sarah, thank you. That makes so much sense. Oh, happy to help you out, baby, if you're needing it. I am seeing people still, or over Zoom. I can do my little jujus over Zoom as well. hoping it is. It's R-H-I. I'm shocking with name pronunciations and getting people's names right, so I do apologise. I just wanted to know if I'm on the right path at the moment and where I'm heading in the future, please. On the right path. It feels like there's two very different questions in this. It feels like you're on a stepping stone to the path. Um, it feels like you're on the right path at the moment. I feel like things are going to change for you because it feels like you're going to be going through a massive growth learning, especially over the next sort of 18 months. Feels like a massive growth thing. And because of that, it feels like the stepping stones you're taking now, which is the right path at the moment, is going to shift somehow. And your future paths are actually going to be shown to you quite clearly. And you're going to be going, oh, and it's just going to make sense. But it feels like there's big learnings for you in the next 18 months. So I hope that helps. Last one, which is Maddie. Maddie, I sent you an email just wondering if you can get back to me whenever you can. How did you send it to me, Maddie? Did you send it to me via Q&A? Ah, Maddie, here it is. Beautiful, let's have a look. Hi there, I just saw you live and wanted to ask a few things. I'm in a bit of a slump and struggling with my 12-month-old daughter. Oh, your 12-month-old daughter, Maddie, is her neck's out. Her neck, her atlas, her neck area is out. And 12 months olds are not very communicative except for screaming and being a pain sometimes. But her neck and stuff is out, which is not helping her. I'm just going to deal with that for the moment for the daughter. There is an amazing chiropractor in Heathmont. If you're in Melbourne, Heathmont, his name's Neil from Rennie Health. He's fantastic with chiropractic stuff. David in the shop also does chiropractic stuff. Reach out if you're wanting us to look at your daughter, and we will work out a way to help you out with her. But it's like her neck and shoulders and upper neck and all that kind of stuff, and head's all out, which is one of the reasons why you're struggling so much. And I wouldn't be surprised if she's not sleeping right. I wouldn't even be surprised if she's not pooping and stuff like that kind of right. Her body's not flowing right, which doesn't help, and they get that really crabby. And the other thing is they start pulling on your energy like a lot, and you can only have so much energy. You've only got so much energy, and they start pulling on your energy a lot. Maddie, I really encourage you to be popping a bubble around yourself, because quite often kids are very good at reading. Your daughter's more a feeler, so she feels into things as opposed to seeing and that kind of stuff. She's a feeler. So unless you're popping a really big bubble around yourself, she feels into you and drains you. But yeah, her neck's really badly out. I'm wondering if the slump and the struggling is to do with your daughter, or you're slumping and struggling just in general. The rest of the email, it's more just my health though, feeling so tired, etc., and have been recently feeling a lot of presence that I've been noticing a strong energy, and I need some guidance with it. Yeah, so that's okay. So Maddie, there's a couple of things that are going on. I really invite you to make sure that your home is saged and gridded. I would really suggest making sure you're getting a hagstone on you, so like a crystal donut. We sell them in the shop as well as online. What this does is, like, I call this a spiritual fuck off stone. So what it does is it forms a protective barrier around you, and it stops the spirit world being able to annoy the shit out of you. Yeah, I've got them in my boobs or around my neck depending on what's going on. I've got one in my car. If I travel, they're in my suitcase. So making sure you get a donut on you. But the biggest thing with that is making sure you're popping a bubble around yourself. Your daughter's draining your energy because she's trying to get your attention because she's in pain. With the tiredness, I would actually look into your iron levels. There's two levels there. There's a physical one it feels like your iron levels are very low. It feels like your body, oh no, it's like your body eats iron, or it's not absorbing iron, or you're eating too much iron too quickly. But there's something around iron with the tiredness, but you're tired also too because your daughter's draining you. So popping a big bubble around you, making sure that she doesn't get that permission anymore. With a strong presence, who's annoying you? It feels like to me that there's a relative or some kind of thing, Maddie, around you that's passed over, crossed over. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes back a couple of generations, not just this generation, like as in great grandparents type thing, generations back. It feels like they're coming to the forefront as well. I would say that it feels like too that there's a bit of a karmic thing going on with that. Sometimes when I see past um, relatives coming in and being a strong presence around us, quite often it's because they're ready to transcend, they're ready to move on, they're needing help, ancestral rise back, and you're the person that actually does the karmic clearing to help your mother's line and their father and your father's line, and it goes back generations, which also starts breaking curses and stuff for them. So to me, it feels like there's also a karmic thing there that they're trying to get your attentions for you to come and do a karmic clearing. If you're near the shop, pop in. Beryl can actually help you with that, or let me know. Yeah, let me know. We can actually help you with the karmic clearing side of things. But actually, yeah, getting your house saged and gridded will actually make a big difference. Popping a bubble on so your daughter can't drain you, but getting your daughter's neck, shoulders, that kind of thing fixed will actually make a massive difference to you as well. But she's draining you because she's a feeler, and kids don't do it on purpose. Well, I do. Kids do. But and if you keep on allowing her to drain from you, they don't learn how to connect into the earth and actually get their own energies. So popping a big bubble around yourself. If you're needing more guidance than that, let me know and I'm happy to help you out. Nat, wow, you're so blessed and amazing and loving. Oh, thank you, babe. Your guidance and support and advice sincerely appreciated more than you realize. Oh, I'm sending you all big hugs. Thank you so much for letting me know that you're loving these. I am enjoying doing them, but yeah, I'm human. um, and yeah, if you have any questions, you can send them to Q&A@HappinessHeals.com.au. You can send me questions through there, and I hope I've helped everybody out that I can help out. I'm sending you all so much love, so much happiness, sending you so much good jujus, because everybody needs some good jujus. Keep happy, keep healthy, get your body moving, put some music on and dance. It makes such a difference to your energy and get your vibration up. Please keep healthy and safe. I know Victoria's a little bit challenging at the moment. Stop listening to the news, stop listening to the radio, go out and enjoy the beautiful sunshine and the trees at the moment. I'm sending you all so much love and happiness. Look after yourself, and I'll see you next week.